OCD or pure O? What's the difference? Well, first, let's talk about the first part of OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Obsessive doesn't mean what you think that it means. When obsessive typically means that you are, to the exclusion of all other things or many other things, chasing something or obsessing over something, thinking about it, ruminating about it over and over and over. It brings to mind that you, of your own decision, think about something and then you begin to stew on it. When it comes to OCD, it's the sufferer often has a feeling of thought insertion, as if these thoughts are not coming to their own mind. They didn't decide to think about something and then begin to ruminate on it. The thought just appeared in their mind, either a thought, an image, an idea, as if it was inserted from somewhere else. And oftentimes, it is the most terrifying or disgusting thing that the person could personally conceive of. It is the complete contrary to who they are, what they would want to happen, like running someone over. And so they constantly have to check under their car. So these thoughts feel as though they're not your own, and they just come into your mind one day. And because it's the most terrifying scenario, or the most perverse and twisted scenario, that personally is unsettling to you, these images just flash and flash, and it feels as if it's going to happen, unless you do something to prevent it. Lately, I have had my impending death, the idea of my dying, just came up, and it won't let go, and it's made me feel very vulnerable, and it's something I have to offer resistance to, because it's as if the thought was not my own. It's not like I wake up and start ruminating over my own death. Um, the thought comes, and then because the thought comes and it's so terrifying and seems so imminent, you have to work to not think about it, but the thoughts just keep playing over and over and over and over and over in your head, like a really bad movie out of nowhere. And compulsive is the reaction that the person does. Sorry for all the beeping. The reaction that the person does to try to combat the thought and the anxiety that goes along with this thought. They can develop little habits and rituals. I don't know, stop that. Little habits and rituals that seem to reduce the anxiety or reduce the obsessive thoughts, or they somehow make a link, an illogical link. And so they start doing these things to prevent this from happening, like checking underneath their car over and over, stopping every 5 feet to recheck under their car. I'm so sorry, there's so many beeps in this video. Or washing their hands over and over, or counting, or any other reaction that they do to bring down the anxiety. And this becomes a habituated response, that they then believe that they feel compelled, that's why it's a compulsion, that they have to do this action in order to prevent the thoughts in their mind from coming to fruition, from being true and happening. And that's the compulsive part of the disorder. Please stop beeping. Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Gonna drive you all crazy. I'm sorry. And disorder is disorder because it's not normal. OCD is not normal. Pure O is when you just have the thoughts fly into your mind, and they play over and over and over and over, and you do your best all day to push them away and not ruminate on them, but you're just blasted with these things that stick on you and just play in your head and bring about great anxiety. Now you can respond negatively to cope, develop eating disorders, addictions, various other negative ways of distracting or coping with anxiety and stress, but they're not habitual. They're not, you don't do them compulsively, and you don't believe that doing them will prevent this thing from happening. But the thought portion is still there. So that is the difference between obsessive compulsive disorder and OCD, or O. But I'm talking real fast. This video is over. Sorry it's so bad. And BP. But I'm running out of time on my camera, and yeah. So that's what OCD is. That's the difference. And I have pure O. So I can count my blessings.